Hi loves, this is Dr. Nicole and I'm on a little trip up in Frankfort, northern Michigan area, and I'm here doing self-care and getting some time out in nature, and I wanted to stop and jump on here today to talk to you about something called resourcing. If you deal with feelings of stress or overwhelm, or if you have a history of trauma, whether it's a big T trauma, which is like a giant one event that was really difficult for you, or even a little T trauma, which represents a bunch of small recurrent traumas. If you're dealing with any of that, then resourcing might be really helpful for you. So you're going to learn my favorite tip for resourcing today, and I'm also going to give you a resource that you can start using right now to help get your stress down and get you the results that you need really quickly, because sometimes we just don't have the bandwidth and the time to wait for all of the work that we're doing underneath, like the trauma therapy and the counseling. We don't have time for that. We need support right away and right now. And so wait to the end, and I'm going to give you access to a really great resource that I like to use. But first, I want to talk with you about what resourcing is, and then I'll share with you my tip, and then I'll tell you about the cool thing that we're doing for free. So first of all, resourcing is where you actually gain resources or bandwidth or strategies or structures to help you so that you have less sympathetic overdrive. What sympathetic overdrive is, it's when your nervous system goes into a state or fight, flight, freeze. And that's where your adrenal glands are producing stress hormone or cortisol. Your adrenal glands are producing epinephrine or norepinephrine. And so the body starts to go into this state where you can find your heart is racing. You may feel trembly or restless or anxious. And so if you're in that state, you're in sympathetic overdrive, and then using resourcing can help bring that down to, number one, reduce your symptoms in the moment, but to also reduce the likelihood of you having symptoms going forward in the future. And so resourcing is the way that we go about doing that. And so my favorite resource is to do a strategy called clockwise, counterclockwise. And I'm going to actually post a blog about this so you can read about it in more detail. And we also have a podcast where if you want to listen to all of the other resourcing tips that we have, we'll make sure to include that too. So let me walk you through the clockwise, counterclockwise exercise. So what you do is you imagine the stress, you feel the stress, you notice that in your body, and then you imagine where it is in your body. So that could be in your chest, in your gut, in your head, and you just notice that. And then I want you to imagine what direction it's going. Maybe close your eyes and just kind of notice it. So as an example, when I get stressed, I often feel it in my chest, and I feel like it's kind of churning and spinning in more of a, well, if you're looking at me, like a clockwise direction, right? So you just notice that, and then what you're actually going to do is you're going to close your eyes, you're going to notice that, and then I want you to start to imagine spinning it in the other direction. So when you feel that stress, when you feel that sympathetic activation, like the racing in your heart, the shallowness of breath, wherever you are, you can just pause, pull over your car, or you could just go to the bathroom, spend just a few seconds, notice the sensation, notice which direction it's naturally going, and then I want you to mindfully stop the direction and try to rotate it the other way. And then you're going to notice that as you practice that really quickly, within seconds, that sensation of fight, flight, freeze will start to reduce. And the more you practice it, the better you're going to be at it. So we're talking about if you have anxiety or stress or a history of trauma, whether it's a bunch of little traumas or a big trauma, and you're in that nervous system arousal, what you can do to bring down that fight, flight, freeze. And we talked about one strategy called clockwise, counterclockwise that you can use to really immediately bring down those symptoms of fight, flight, freeze, or whatever they are for you. The last thing I want to share with you today is that we have an anxiety breakthrough wellness springboard, and I created that for people who need results right now, because let's face it, sometimes when we're overwhelmed, we can't wait for all of the therapy and all of the treatments and all the supplements to kick in. We need results immediately. And so that's what the springboard is all about. It's helping you get calm on command. And so you're gonna learn several techniques that you can start using immediately. There's a 5-minute spot point, which will take 5 minutes or less that you can use. And then there's a couple of bundles that are just absolutely amazing that have helped me through some of the hardest times in my life, and they get results really fast. So to get that, we're gonna put a link in the show notes here, and then you could go and download that. Like I said, it's totally free. So for sure, check it out. And I will be back here every Wednesday and every Friday, here to support you, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm Dr. Nicole Cain, and my passion is to help you become free from anxiety and stress and trauma. So check out that Anxiety Breakthrough Wellness Springboard. And today I'm gonna go and we're gonna tube. We're gonna just go and be in nature. So my homework for you, loves, is to check out that springboard and then get outside. See if you can spend some time in the earth, with your feet in the dirt, your head in the sky with the sun, and do some self-care. So I love you, I honor you. And me and my visor and my cute pink top, we're gonna go and play. So thanks for watching. And Brendan, tell Libby thank you. I love this hat. It helps me keep my hair up in a little bun so that it doesn't get smushed. And Haley, thanks for being here. And thank you for being here, Jean-Michael. I'm so glad. You guys are amazing. I honor you. Love you. See you later.